You are listening to the show that is all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. You're listening to Get Down to Business. Just before the break, we shared some stories of business successes in the Chicago area, and it's a great honor to have Chad Spivack, who is making a difference in business, who has a business, who's working hard and doing all the things that we love to share. So, Chad, thanks for joining us on Get Down to Business.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, Chad, tell us about what you do.
So what we are is we're a commercial recycling company. So what is a commercial recycling company? So we take care of large companies that generate large byproducts of paper and cardboard and plastics and metals. And we pick them up from these companies, and we service them, and we recycle them and rebate the company for them.
That's great. So, Chad, how did you get into this line of work? It's I can't say I know too many people that are in the recycling business.
Shalom, I am fourth generation. Hard to believe. My great-grandfather started this company in the early 1900s, and I believe we started off as one of the first 3 recycling companies in the city. There's quite a few of them out there now, but we have stood the test of time, and it's a family business. I would say it's running through my veins at this point.
And I'm sure you work hard to keep the business afloat and growing every single day. Business is based in Glenview.
Business is based in Glenview, yep.
Cool. And so what kind of businesses do you work with? Do you have any cool stories of businesses that you've worked with and how you've sort of earned those relationships?
Great question. You know what? We deal with all types of companies. We deal with warehouses, 3PL distribution centers, printing companies, binderies, mailing houses, anything that generates large amounts of paper. And it doesn't have to be, the greatest amount in the world. It can be a smaller amount. We just don't do residential. We deal with all types of companies in the Chicagoland area. And, we're known for our specific niche. People come to us because we have a niche in the industry. So the niche is we tend to rebate within 10 days after the pickup date. So a lot of people have to wait, 30, 45 days for their money. We pay in 10.
And what geographic area do you cover?
All over. I would say, when I say Chicagoland, I mean the city we do, the suburbs of Chicago, just about everything. There really is no area we won't go to.
Cool. So businesses that are growing, we talk about this all the time with our friends at Tandem HR specifically. We always talk about, finding good people to help you to help your business grow. And it sounds like you've seen a lot of success in growing your business. How have you found the right people and the talent to help you, grow and service your existing client base?
Well, you know what? That's a great question. Surrounding yourself with the appropriate people is the right way to do it these days. It's very hard to make sales calls. We all know how hard sales is, and making cold calls, and it's not the greatest thing in the world. If you can surround yourself with the proper people and good people, networking is the best way to gain business these days. Surrounding yourself with people who you can do things for and they can do things for you. And I firmly believe in that, and I think that's the way to do good business.
That's great. So, for example, how many trucks do you have?
Well, we sublease, I would say, close to about 50 of them.
Okay, cool. And now probably people will start to notice your business name. If they see your place in Glenview, or perhaps some of your staff, all over the place. So, Chad, are there opportunities that your company is actually hiring for?
Well, Norm Gordon & Associates is always looking for opportunities, whether it's sales positions or any type of managerial position out there. We're always in the market to better ourselves, better our company, and better the future of others. So, we're always in the market to look for opportunities. Nothing in specific, but you know what? You never know.
Cool. And I'm curious, it sounds like you service a pretty large geographic area. You do it. You're headquartered in Glenview, and I'm biased. I'm a North Shore guy as well. But how do you sort of manage your people? Do you have other offices, or are your supervisors and managers sort of all over the place?
We have one office. Calls are typically funneled into this office, and then we delegate our trucks and our dispatchers, and we delegate those people to go pick up at our customers from there. So everything gets funneled in the office and then gets pushed back out.
Cool. So
yeah.
Great, Chad. So How can people get on your website, learn about some of those, perhaps contact you about career opportunities, but also learn more about your services at Norm Gordon and Associates?
Absolutely. You know what? Any company that's interested in recycling, and everybody's already dealing with somebody already, because that's how the world goes. But we can better the services. My company's website is ngarecycling.com. And just go on there, and there's some hard facts about recycling and some hard facts about the history of our company, too.
That's easy to remember, ngarecycling.com. We're talking with Chad Spivack of Norm Gordon and Associates Recycling. They're doing some really good stuff, a growing company in our Chicagoland area, and we're just thrilled to have you on, and hopefully we'll continue to have opportunities to share your story with our listeners of Get Down to Business. So thanks for joining us. Get Down to Business is brought to you in part by Everett Wealth Solutions, registered investment advisor and financial planning firm, a fiduciary advisor that helps you create wealth. You can contact them at everettwealthsolutions.com. Once again, that's everettwealthsolutions.com. You're listening to the show that is all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. We're sharing a lot of advice with our listeners today. Business stories like Chad Spivack of Norm Gordon and Associates, Justin Breen of DNA Info, and of course I shared my opinion about working hard in business. You can join me on October 30th at the business event. Find out more information, download our podcast at shalomklein.com. Let's get down to business.